If you're not consciously driving the direction of your thoughts, consciously thinking about what it is that you want in your life, left to our own devices, it's going to be negative. Welcome to the Prosperity RX Podcast. This is pharmacist Keith Abel with your prescription for prosperity. This is a podcast where I give you hope. I show you the path toward building a life of peace and prosperity, to build a life that you don't need a vacation from. If you're willing to own up to it, to accept that you do have the power to change your circumstances, and that you're willing to do what it takes, then this podcast is for you. You truly can change your life and start on the true path toward financial peace and prosperity. W. Clement Stone, in his book, The Success System That Never Fails, said, if you cannot save money, the seed of success is not in you. So let's get on with the show. Good morning, everybody. I'm doing my walk again at the Parklands of Louisville. It is absolutely gorgeous out here. The leaves are in full color turn. A lot of them have fell, but then there's a lot that haven't. But it's absolutely gorgeous out here. Today I want to talk about, today's quote is, think big and don't listen to people who tell you it can't be done. Life's too short to think small. That's a quote from Ferris. Hey Gary, thanks for jumping on there. Kim, I really appreciate it. A lot of things have happened, with the coronavirus and all that. It's affecting a lot of people and their attitude and their mood and their mentality. And for the past month, I've fallen in, or at least the last 2 weeks, I've really fallen into the same situation. I mean, I've let the political turmoil and the elections and the coronavirus, and I've got my mother-in-law living with us because she is pretty ill, starting to have some issues with memory. And it's so easy to let all those kinds of things just get into your mind and knock you off track. And you've seen me posting for months now all the positive things about trying to lose weight and get healthier and all that, and doing well up to a point, and then these last couple weeks just completely fell off. And so many of us are having the same situation right now because of everything that's going on in the world. And that's what brought me to this topic. I heard a guy named Ray Higdon talking about this, and I just wanted to share with you some of what I gathered from listening to him. I've always been a proponent of the power of positive thinking and the law of attraction. What you think about, you bring about. And just want to talk a little bit about how to guide your inner self. If you're not consciously driving, and I think, again, the important word there is consciously. If you're not consciously driving the direction of your thoughts, consciously thinking about what it is that you want in your life, left to our own devices, it's going to be negative. And that's what's happened to me these last few weeks. I've not been consciously focusing on the goal, the end plan. And I've actually gained back a little bit of the weight that I'd lost. And, that's why it's so important. The media is using the power of suggestion really well to make people afraid, whether it's the pandemic or the election or the social unrest, whatever. The media is doing a real good job of making people afraid, to embed the seeds, the thoughts into your brain of doubt, so you're thinking negatively. You've got to consciously and purposely choose what it is that you want to think about. What are you fixated on? What are you focused on the most? And again, like I said, these past couple weeks, I've not been focusing on the goal. And it's come back to bite me. So that's something that you have to do. You have to consciously and purposely choose what you're thinking about. What are you fixated on, and what are you focused on? To get to the next level in your life, you've got to focus to focus on what it is that you really want out of life. If you're frustrated, if you're going through tough times, if you're experiencing scarcity, those negative thoughts, it's important for you to start focusing on the present and see the evidence in front of you of what those negative thoughts have caused, what those things that you've been thinking about all these years how it's brought you to where you are today. Once you realize where you are today is a direct result of the things you've been thinking about, then you can start changing things. And that's when you need to start thinking bigger. You need to change what it is that you're focusing on and fixated on, and start thinking a lot bigger. Think outside the box. Think, what can I really accomplish if I put my mind to it? And there's two types of people in the world. There's those people that have the attitude that nothing's ever going to happen for them. And they're right. Nothing's ever going to happen for them because that's the attitude that they have. And then there's the people out there that know that they can pull themselves up by the bootstraps and they can make a difference. They can make a difference in other people's lives. They can make a difference in their own life. And it's all has to do with what it is that you're focusing on. If you're coming home from work and you sit down in a recliner, you turn that reality TV show on, you're sitting there drinking that fermented hops, what is it that you're going to have in life? What is things going to look like 5 years down the road from now, 10 years down the road from now? You've got to get off that recliner and you've got to start taking steps towards that future. 2021 is going to be a fantastic year if we can get our mind off all this negativity. I don't care who wins the election. It's up to you to change your future. You have it all under your control. I don't care how the coronavirus is going. It's probably still going to be here. But you can decide whether the coronavirus is going to hold you back or you're going to take control of your life and you're going to move forward. You're going to focus on that end goal. Some of you have got a lot of time ahead of you. You're young. You've got years ahead of you. And then there's some of you like me. I'll be 60 years old in a week. This Friday, I think. Time's getting short. And I'm realizing all the time I've wasted in my life by not focusing on where I want to be, not focusing on the things that I want to accomplish. Things will start to change as the evidence in front of you starts to change. And what I mean by that is, as you start focusing on some things, your goals, your future, you're going to start seeing evidence of things starting to change. Just a little bit at a time. It might be real subtle, but you'll start seeing some evidence of those changes. What is that big thing that you really are wanting to happen for you? That's where I want to end today. I want you to really sit back and think about what is the big thing that you want to change in your life. Is it your health? Is it your financial situation? Start focusing on where you want to be, not where you are. And the steps to get there will start to appear to you. You'll start to see the how. If the why's big enough, the how will get you there. Anyway, that's my talk for the day. That's my couple minutes of a rant. I appreciate all you guys jumping on these videos with me. And I appreciate you guys for jumping on. Thanks, Karen, Holly, Kim, Gary. I really appreciate all you folks for jumping on. And I will see you again in the future. Bye-bye.
This has been the Prosperity RX podcast with pharmacist Keith Abel. Prosperity RX, your prescription for health, wellness, and prosperity. If you found value in this episode, please share and go to Apple iTunes. Make a comment and give us a 5-star rating. Also subscribe to us on iTunes or on your favorite podcast platform. Prosperity RX can also be found on YouTube at youtube.com/ProsperityRx. Be sure to subscribe and hit that little bell so you'll be notified each time a new episode has been uploaded. Pharmacist Keith is also a business entrepreneur. He helps folks from all walks of life to start and run their own home-based business. If you'd like Keith to help you create and run your very own business, be sure to visit aimhighforsuccess.com. That's aimhighforsuccess.com. Leave your contact information and Keith will contact you personally. Once again, that's aimhighforsuccess.com. Thanks again for tuning in to the Prosperity RX podcast.